I don't need no introduction. I'm BrattyCupcakes.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about your relationship right now, because I know we're definitely changing things up a little bit, but there obviously are a lot of things going on and people who get misconceptions about you and Bratty and you and your friends. So I just want you to clear the air on that and explain what is meant, if these people are talking shit, give people the real facts, because that's what it's all about. This is what the summit's all about. It's about getting the person's perspective. So some people, some broadcasters and viewers criticize your relationship with Bratty. Some even going as far to say, but it's a relationship built on necessity. I know that you've been debunking these rumors on Twitter recently. I saw the post that you were putting up debunking this, that you need her in order to remain relevant. What is your opinion in regards to these accusations? As I'm sure, as I already said, you've heard people saying this before.
I mean,
people have said this, though, guys. That's why I'm asking.
No. I get it. I'm trying to figure out, like, number one, how to word it. Number two, like, all right. So obviously, Bratty has a lot of status on this website. There's no denying that. The thing was that we were best friends beforehand, and it just evolved into a relationship. So I believe that any kind of clout I already had from her had happened long ago, before we even thought about anything like that, or even knew that we liked each other in a relationship fashion. So, like, I don't really know how people are going to say that to stay relevant. I mean, I don't think I needed to stay relevant. I think being relevant on this website is broadcasting every day and continuing up. I mean, like, you went from where you were to, you know, being number one on Guys all this time now. And I mean, like, you did that on your own. I did it on my own at first, too. Did Bratty help me? Absolutely. There's no doubt that there was a boost there from her status. But I also got a boost from somebody like Dapper. I also got a boost from somebody like, you know, like these people helped me out. And, you know, they showed me the ropes, the ways, whatever, like, you know, what to get as far as equipment. Like, I owe a lot to certain people, no doubt. But so as I was saying, it was, I mean, I don't know, like, to say that I need her to stay relevant. Yeah. I think you put what you get out of it. If you put a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you come with great content or content that people like, you're going to stay relevant no matter what, or you're going to grow and become relevant. And vice versa if you don't. I think that just because I have Bratty, if I take a week and a half off, 2 weeks off, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be as relevant as I am right now. I don't think that, you know, just because I have Bratty's behind me or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, me and her have our dynamic doesn't mean that everybody's going to come back and watch my broadcast. They're going to be like, well, you know what? You flaked out on us for a week and a half, so fuck you. Now we're going to flake out on you for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, that could be the way it goes. I don't think that, you know, and Bratty could be doing great, and if not better, in 2 weeks, and I, you know, don't get any of her clout from that. Like, you know?
And that's what I like about the show, is that we're able to basically myth bust things. We're able, you know, because I know that you've heard about this. I saw that you publicized this on your Twitter, and I really wanted, because obviously not everybody follows you on Twitter, and there are a lot of people in here, so it's an opportunity for you to really get your opinion across, and that's what I love about the show. And obviously, for anyone who isn't aware of your relationship with Bratty, you are both heavily involved in the DDLG community, where you are her daddy, and she wears a collar, and you have a level of control and dominancy, and there's definitely a different dynamic than a traditional, well, not necessarily, but you know what I mean, there is a difference. Some people obviously criticize that, especially when it's shown on broadcast with 13-year-olds and above. What do you say to those who disagree with what you do and how you live your life and your lifestyle?
I mean, I just have, like, one thing to say. We're adults. Like, that's it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. People do weird, interesting, different, kinky things all the time. You never know what somebody's sex life or relationship is really like behind closed doors. The reason why you guys know a little bit more about us is because we're broadcasters, and because our life, we are so open and public about the things that we have, talk about, whatever. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, I think that we're just shedding more light on the whole topic, which, I mean, it could be taboo in a sense to certain people, but it's not like she's not a 31-year-old child and like a baby when she goes out in public or on broadcast or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not the way it goes at all. Like, so a lot of the misconceptions are because of the word little girl and daddy, but it's not a little girl and a daddy. So what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I completely agree with you.
You know, I don't know. It's like a lot, and you know, a lot of people are just those people that really hate. I think they're just stuck in their ways. Either they really are just stuck in their ways, or they just dislike who we are as people and are gonna dislike everything we do. So I don't know. I think that there's two sides to it. Like, you either like just don't like the community and you think that like all this shit is really weird, and that's okay for you to think, but it's not okay to necessarily bash us or call us, you know, pedophiles or whatever, or vice versa. You know, just because you don't like us doesn't mean that you can say all these things about us either. So I think that the misconceptions are there, and a lot of people then read about it, understand it a little bit more, and a lot of people are a little bit more open to understanding it. And then the people that aren't are either really stuck in their ways or just don't like us for whatever reason they don't like us. You know, that's the way I have seen it go thus far.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I obviously, you know, I do a lot of homework before I, you know, bring people on. Some people think I don't put too much work into what I do, but I do put a lot of work. And I did see that you were very frustrated with the situation, so I thought it would be an interesting idea to have allow you to discuss that here. And I'm glad you did, because I definitely think it's for anybody who was unsure about it and didn't really know what was going on, it allows them to put 2 and 2 together, and quite frankly equals 4 everybody. So I do appreciate that, Sully.